Wilits, Old Men Stories with Don VanRyswyk.
Roland Wilits, Old Men Stories. And I'm here with Don VanRyswyk, because I didn't want to mispronounce it, so I just, you're used to getting the elbow started, aren't you?
That's right.
Ryswyk.
That's right.
It's like, it's Dutch, right?
Dutch, right. Hella Dutch.
Hella Dutch, okay.
Hella. Finest cities in the whole country, self-sustaining, premier manufacturing company, precision manufacturing company, Van Gorps. If you need a part for tractors, you go to Pell Implement and they'll have it. They don't run to Des Moines every 5 minutes.
Wow.
It's quite a city. They have tulip time. Pella bologna there, which is you can buy about any place. Their bakeries are. It's unbelievable the people who come there and stand in line for hours during tulip time.
Oh, okay.
It's quite a deal.
And that's what do they bake then?
Well, they make Dutch letters, all kinds of pastries.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Dutch type pastries. Oh.
Yep. Send them all over the world. People order them, have them shipped, you know.
Right.
Good stuff.
Sounds like good stuff.
Yeah. Quit eating all that good stuff.
Yes. You've been farming for as long as you've been married, anyway, huh?
Yeah. I started farming in 1961 on my own.
Wow.
Retire. Let the neighbor kid farm. So nice to not have to worry about getting the corn planter ready and
Yeah, it is.
machinery ready. We always had to do everything mechanically ourselves. That's kind of how you made all your money, you know, I think. Fix and repair.
That's right. Keep them running. Yeah, yeah. Your overhead will just eat up all your profits. That's your profit.
Right.
That's your profit.
And time.
And time. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Agriculture is about, the Lord gives us a day to plant and a day to harvest. You better be ready for that day.
That's why you buy the big equipment for the one day.
That's why it's big, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's like you have a prime day and you get out there because the sun's shining and it hasn't rained in a week.
Nope. Wonderful. How it's changed. Used to think if we could plow 10 acres a day, we was leading the whole country. And
that's right.
then it got up to where you could plow 100 so easy, but unbelievable. Lots of changes.
Yeah, and most of them have been good. Most have been great changes.
The back-breaking days are gone. My dad was a Champagne corn picker in Iowa, hand picking contest.
Hand picking contest. Wow.
He'd pick 100 bushel a day and put that in a corn crib. I rode in a combine that was picking 100 bushel a minute.
Isn't that something?
Oh, you just cannot believe what it's like.
It's just spectacular. We are such great technicians as humans. Oh.
And my dad always said when somebody invents something that's really good and does lots, they were too lazy to do it the hard way.
That's right. And I agree with that. I think it's lazy, smart people that
right.
create the new things in the world.
Path of least resistance, still the best ones.
That's right. That's right.
Doing very well at getting those things done. Education, technology, people getting to see things they've never seen before. It really gives them a lot of ideas.
Doesn't it? I think that is just spectacular. And you still live on your farm during the, right?
Yes.
You didn't move into town like all my
No,
relatives.
no, the town's moving out to us.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
So you're close enough to Walmart to
Yeah.
make the wife happy.
Yeah, about 3-4 minutes.
Okay, that's all she needs. If she can get to Walmart, everything's okay, right?
That's right. Exactly right.
Yes, I understand that. It's like shopping is just awesome for her. Terry just loves to shop. Of course, we get into a place like Best Buy or Fry's Technology Centers, and I'm just like a little kid there, and she wants to leave. I bet you get into the farm implement place, and she's the same way.
That's right. She's always been part of the deal. She was a farm girl. She milked the cows. She knew how to do all that stuff. Been very fortunate in that manner. That we've got somebody that kind of knew how to do things. But I was thinking, we've been married 50 years, and I reckon maybe when I married her, she hadn't spent $500.
Wow.
She was 19 and I was 20. We didn't have much. She learned to manage it well.
And she's still conservative,
Yep,
except for the grandkids.
you got that. You got that one for you. My gosh.
I was close, right on. That was just a guess too.
Got 10 grandkids. So fortunate. Got a grandson that went to Notre Dame. He's going to Boston College, I think, now to get his master's or doctor. I don't know for sure what he's doing. Going to Holy Cross. One at Iowa State.
Wow.
Engineer. He got one that graduated from Iowa State in agronomy. So we've been pretty lucky
That does sound lucky.
to do them things. I don't want to brag, but they've done a lot of that on scholarships. So
Oh, that
I
is.
got that from the other side of the family, I reckon.
And is your wife Dutch?
She's German.
German. Ah.
The Germans always went down and beat the heck out of the Dutch when they
That's
started the World
right.
War.
That's right. They always practice. They practice on the Dutch. So you probably got picked on a little, just in her practicing for the kids.
That's right.
Yeah. So is she tough like a German, or is she a
Very
gentle
German.
German?
She's a very beautiful, tough lady.
Isn't that nice? I have a tough, beautiful lady too, and I love it.
We've been through some really sad things. One grandson had cancer. I got one that's a heck of a football player, and he had a concussion that cut the vein in the back of his head here.
Oh, jeez.
And thank God there was a lady there that rushed him to the hospital, and there was a doctor that was there, and in 10 minutes they operated on him. And he just almost bled to death. And they didn't put any blood in him because of a stroke, and he has a terrible time with short-term memory.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
really a beautiful, good singer, man. He can sing, but he's really struggled. Of course, the brain heals too.
It does. It does. It takes its time, but it eventually gets there.
People say, "How's Joe doing?" I always tell him, "Well, he's a lot sharper than his grandpa. He's still gaining." So feel good about that.
That's nice. That's nice. And you raised all the kids on the same farm?
Yep. Yep. Well, within a quarter of a mile of where they were born, in a different house.
For 10 grandkids, how many kids did you have?
I had 3, 2 girls and a boy.
2 girls and a boy. Okay.
Girl's a librarian. She has her master's. Second daughter, she went to learn how to fix hair. She makes more money than the professionals do.
They do make money at that.
And I got a son that's a captain at Iowa State Police campus.
Oh, campus police.
He's just 40 years old, and everything that happens on that campus, security-wise, he meets with the big boys every day and get ready for anybody that's coming. You know, we have a lot of visitors in China,
Right.
and so he's very, very engrossed in that. And he has a chemistry degree, he has a law degree, he got his master's in computer science, so he's pretty well rounded for.
Oh boy, I bet. You know.
He also has teaches people how to shoot guns.
Oh,
In the
is
state
that
of
right?
Iowa, he goes around and helps police departments with marksmanship. He has there's 4 people in the United States have an NRA degree for some kind of automatic weapons. He's one of the 4.
Wow. So he does just more than pistols. He does.
That's right.
Does the automatic weapons also.
But so he's on the SWAT team, and he's done very well. But his wife just is undergoing cancer treatment at 38 years old.
Oh Jesus.
So we've had a tough time.
Yeah. That's a toughie when you get that. Somewhere along the line, they're gonna figure ways to help us with that before we get it.
Oh, they've come a million miles
Wow.
already. The stem cell. My son-in-law, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they give him a transplant, stem cells transplant by Iowa City, Iowa,
Right.
and he got cured. So
Wow.
we've had a lot of cancer in our immediate family for some reason. And, so technology, it's you think about them just growing them stem cells, it's something else.
It is. It's just wonderful that it's mystic magic. It's a magic that you can't quite touch.
That's right. Especially when, I put the seed in the ground and watch it grow.
Yeah.
We put the bowl in and we get a bunch of calves.
That's right.
And you sit and you listen to the philosophies of what done this and what done that. It's a miracle that this stuff does what it does. And look at the people we're feeding.
That's right. It is.
And you and I we're good doers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what they look for in the livestock business every day, is to get them to look a little better all the time.
Yep.
Gain faster. The kids had calves in 4-H that gained 4 pounds a day for 200 days. It's really something.
Wow.
You know.
That is putting on weight. Really.
A lot of that came about with the gluten, the alcohol plants,
Right.
and the sugar plants. Feed them cattle gluten.
Ah.
They'll give them another half a pound a day.
Wow.
Gain. So we learn these things.
Yeah.
And, so there's a lot of things yet that's going to change in agriculture that's unbelievable. They say we're going to be able to raise 200 bushel corn without much water. So you and I might be farming down here in the desert someday.
That might happen. Yeah. Corn does take quite a bit of water.
Well, it takes a lot of water. We raise no irrigation in Iowa, 200 bushels to the acre. That's really something.
That is. I remember, the summer up at my grandpa's farm. He had me hoeing down the corn things. He had to keep me busy.
Yep.
He'd bring me out there in the morning and say, okay, you just go up and down, you finish about half of it, and I'll come back and feed you lunch, you can finish the other half.
Right.
I don't think they do that anymore.
No, we had to kill all them cuckoos. It was sin to have cuckoos.
That's right.
Mortal sin.
That's right.
Man. But you take 2 or 3 kids and you get to walk in a cornfield, you'd be surprised how much you can get over.
That's right.
If there aren't a lot of cockleburs, which they was pretty much controlled.
Yeah.
So that's the way it was. Now,
What do they do now?
we spray everything. Spray. John Deere's. I had a friend that worked at John Deere developing machinery, and they've got a sprayer that they're working on that will be able to decide what kind of weed it is and spray that chemical.
Wow.
So you talk about technology.
Selective destruction.
Right. That's right.
Wow.
So
that is just phenomenal. Yeah, just isolating and just tweezer type activities.
that's right.
Yeah, instead of sledgehammer.
Well, the chemicals we use today are just basically like going out here and shooting a shotgun. You just try to kill everything, you know.
That's right.
And when we're finding the weeds are getting resistant to Roundup, we have a lot of weeds and Roundup won't touch them. So we're back to square one, and we're learning all these things. That's the thing.
Isn't it great that they create us with these awesome minds that they beat us, we'll beat them.
Yep.
And we will control our environment. But we're training for going and planting in outer space. That's where the farmer is really going to come in.
Right.
When we start farming, asteroids will be farming, but not that, but the other planets. We're going to Mars, but I think Venus is the planet that's going to be our sister planet, Venus. That's the same size, close to the sun. All you got to do is maybe put a little shade in front of it. Yeah, that will be the project. That'll be the project. That will be the one that everyone gets to have fun. I'm really looking forward to my ghost seeing that. I mean, that's one of those things I'd like to stay alive to sit and watch happen.
But most of them John Deere tractors only go about 20 miles an hour, so I don't know how they're going to get it over there.
That's true. That's true. Well, but they didn't go 20 miles an hour when I was driving them back in the 40s and
5 miles an hour.
Yeah, if you got that. Yeah, and it's like now they go 20, so it's 4 times as fast.
Yeah, 25, 30.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, a few more years, and they with this additional speed, they'll make it off the ground.
I have a Silver King tractor which ran 40 miles an hour in 1937.
Really?
And I have a Montgomery Ward's tractor. I got 2 of them.
Montgomery Ward, correct?
They sold them. You could get them out of the catalog. You could order them right out of the outhouse if you wanted to.
Wow.
It was order blank. And I got 2 of them. There's not very many of them in the country.
No.
And they had a really fast root gear.
Did they? Okay.
Really something way before its time.
Wow. I had a Montgomery Ward boat. And they did those for a little while. So Montgomery Ward got into quite a few things.
Montgomery Ward there's thousands and thousands of Montgomery Ward wagons. Everybody had Montgomery Ward wagons, and that was a big thing. But how well I remember them going to Montgomery Ward's and seeing them, that model tractor that I have there. The hood's folded up on them, just forward, so you could work on the engine. You didn't have to unbolt anything. Take you 2 or 3 hours to take a hood off a John Deere tractor.
Right.
1950. It had an electric tack on it, which all vehicles do now.
Right.
It had fluid drive in it, which virtually everything now has an oil clutch or all automatic transmissions, They build up pressure to make them move. It had so many things on it that was just way ahead of its time, but there was no marketing and the service on it.
It was hard. They didn't have a dealer in every town saying John Deere or Massey Ferguson or John Deere they did it with their service.
Wonderful.
That's how they went. They didn't have the best product in the world, but their service people would get a part for you when you needed it.
That's right, and it's still that way. They do a good job. Now with computers, you go into the store and they'll tell you where a part is.
Yeah.
It'd be 50 miles from home. You're going to get it.
That's right.
So it's no inventory. In fact, our John Deere dealership does not even have parts bins.
Is that right? They
Everything's
just
ordered.
they get it next day.
Next day delivered.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
John Deere really has made that program work.
Yeah, that is just spectacular. Yeah, I noticed that when I was there, is that they own the answer. Service and parts. You can't have a farmer down in the field when the one day that you can harvest is there. You have to get there and get that doggone thing fixed. And you get some of these where you get parts that arrive in a week later. You miss out.
That's right.
So you got to go get a loan of your neighbor's John Deere and run at the middle of the night.
Well, there's 2 or 3 farmers there that had new cat combines, and they were new, so there was some things that didn't quite work right on them. And each one of those farmers would have a little different part. They communicated with their cell phones, emails, or text on who had what. They'd run and get it.
And they would each one, they'd split their time so each one would get it.
So their parts were available right then.
That's right.
I mean?
That's cool.
That's wonderful.
Oh, it is.
Caterpillar's a big player now too.
Are they a big? They're a good parts place now.
Oh yeah, they're quite. It's really quite something. Their network too. So.
Yeah. Well, I've never. I had my option with a Caterpillar diesel, and I went with the Cummins because I didn't get good remarks on it.
Well, they quit. Kind of don't make truck motors.
See, they blew it.
So, well, I think that they're so busy making motors for their own equipment.
Oh yes.
And had emission problems.
Yep.
Cummins does a good job.
The Allison transmission is awesome too.
Wonderful.
Yep, I've got 100 and some thousand, 120,000. I had a Ford before. Just a Ford gas, and I went through 15,000, 20,000. I went through Ford transmission.
Yep. Well, that Allison's really something.
Yeah.
So, but everything that gets better does not get cheaper normally.
Yes, you look and you say, the old one would go 5 miles an hour, and I could do this thing in 4 days, and the new one, I can get it done in 4 hours, but the new one costs 20 times as much. Do I want to spend the 4 days? Or
That's right. Well, you got to make it work.
That's right.
If the thing don't do enough to pay for itself, you don't want it.
That's right. So they have co-op stuff going now. A lot of co-op.
Yeah. Well, in Iowa, you can hire the co-op to put the fertilizer on. You can hire them to plant the beans. There's some of them co-ops that they have harvest crews.
Right.
So you can just sit there and watch them do it. I don't know if you can afford it. It's a pretty lavish way to farm.
That's right. Well, it depends. If you had a place with water a couple years ago for the corn, yeah, you could have done it all with them and still made a fortune. But that was a special time.
Those young agronomists out of Iowa State, they'll walk out there and tell you what that weed is.
Right.
Just 2 seconds and how to treat it. So knowledge, farms get to be lots and lots of knowledge.
Yep, and that's our education system is putting out a lot of good
Oh, it's wonderful.
farmers. It is wonderful. Like I say, we got to learn so that we do Venus and Mars. It's our next projects. It'll be fun having all those scientists explore how to create food on those places, and then getting the equipment. Oh man. We as humans, that's our job to get out there and farm. We're explorers. Your family didn't get to Iowa sitting in Europe.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they all done well.
They all did well, we are explorers and finders, and then once we get there, we create awesome things around it. If we just have a little money and technology and that, we can create miracles. And just in our lifetimes, you and I are about the same age. And so we create, and in our lifetimes, they've done some wonderful things. And in education, they've done wonderful things. And cell phones, it's like, remember, did you have the old box?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Three rings were your house, and
had party lines.
Yep.
And, that was a given up until 1970 in our country.
That's right, yeah. That was 1970. Wow, I thought it was more like the early 60s was the latest, but they had actually up to 70 they had the box.
Well, we still had party lines.
You moved up from the box in the 50s, right? 60s. The three rings would get
right,
it was where you were at.
2 shorts or short and a long, whatever fits. I had a neighbor that worked for Northwestern Bell, and we got a touch phone on the farm. It was the first one in the state of Iowa.
Wow.
He told me.
When was this?
Gosh, it was in probably 72.
72, yeah, that's.
And he told me, he said, this is the first time it's ever been in the state.
Wow.
So I have not forgot that.
Wow.
And it was a pink one. Remember that?
Pink.
That's the color that they had available.
Yeah, we ended up with a lot of pink ones in New York City, so they probably end up in Iowa.
We had, if there was a bad car accident on the road, it would take a half hour to 45 minutes to get an ambulance there, if you could get a phone. Now we dial 911, 3 or 4 minutes to help there.
Wow.
It's hard to believe.
That is.
Things we've done.
Yes.
And,
yes.
I see them helicopters going over and they're landing somewhere, taking somebody in, and you see them people.
They do.
It's wonderful. You see happen. But you can't go buy a helicopter for $29.95.
I haven't seen one in there for sale at that price.
Well,
yes, I have. I saw one that crashed. And they were if I hauled it away, they would give it to me. And it was less than $29.95, but I just could not see why I wanted it.
But today, you and I can buy one of them drones for less than $1,000, fly it out in the field and see if it's flooded.
Yeah.
Or what kind of weeds are growing there.
That's right.
Or what our corn stand is.
That's right.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, a little loud, but they work
That's
good.
right.
Yeah.
See the neighbor's wife.
Oh, you're talking about the drone. You're talking about
little drones.
the little drone, and look at
drones.
it, a big thing on your computer. Look at the screen there. Yeah.
Send that thing out to check your crops, count your cattle.
Wow.
Check on the neighbor's wife in the swimming pool. Man. How can you beat it?
You can't beat that. Oh, we better get there we better end before we get in trouble. Say Don
VanRyswyk.
Say Don VanRyswyk, OMS Stories, and smile at the camera. That's
Don VanRyswyk's Old Men Stories.
Roland Willis, OMS Stories, and thank you so much.
But oh, how I tried to keep you by.